head first attack. I got the rack. Line them all up, put them in stacks. This is the last time you'll see the sun shine. No scraps left behind.
All right, you've probably seen my tips about the Bulgarians, how to make them quad focus versus hamstring and glute focus. Here is another tip for all my quad focus Bulgarian split squatters. All right, to get set up for this quad focus, we're gonna sit on the bench. We're gonna put the working leg out. You're gonna grab a plate and place it right behind your heel. And we're gonna actually do a heel elevated Bulgarian split squat. Now, if you've done regular squats with heel elevation, why do we do it? Because it creates more knee flexion, and it's also going to force your knee to go over your toes, which we all know, more knee flexion, knee goes over the toes, staying upright is going to be more quad focus. So this is pushing my knee forward, and I'm able to get more range of motion out of my knee, better quad development. Try adding this variation of Bulgarians when you want to focus on our quads. High bar versus low bar back squats. What's the difference and when to use them? Follow along. High bar back squats. This is going to be the squat that you're going to want to do if you're trying to emphasize more quad development. The difference between high bar and low bar is obviously bar position. The bar is going to be much higher up on your back, sitting right at the top of your traps. By putting it up there, it's going to keep you more in a upright position. Anytime we're upright, we're working our quads a little bit more. This is also going to help you get a little more knee flexion. What else is going to add more knee flexion is adding a heel elevation. Anytime I do squats, I love adding a heel elevation because I can get more range of motion and also more knee flexion. More knee flexion, more upright position is going to be more quad focused. All right, low bar squat. Obviously the bar is going to be, yes, lower on your back. With this squat, it's a lot more glute and ham emphasis because we're gonna be hinging over at our hips. So instead of like a high bar where your chest is up, straight forward, we're going to hinge at the hips and our chest is gonna face down a little bit, placing more emphasis on your glutes and ham. So on glute and ham day, you're going to low bar squat. On quad focus day, you are going to high bar squat. If you're not feeling this in your butt, pull it out. Your feet, that is. All right, the whole idea of doing the hip thrust is to grow our glutes. So if you're not feeling it in your glutes, the area I want to look at is where your feet are. Now, if your feet are too far forward or too out wide, you're creating a bigger angle here. And as I come up, I'm feeling the back of my hamstrings. Now, same vice versa, if your feet are too close to you, too close to your butt, now all the focus is on the front quad. So depending where you feel, if you feel in your front quads, that means your feet are too close. If you're feeling more in hamstrings, means your feet are too far away. And what I want you to look like is at the top, I want you to create a 90-degree angle with your knee. Feet are about shoulder width apart. I also like to flare my toes just slightly out, but big thing here is knees at 90, then you'll feel it in your glutes. So make sure your feet are in the right place so that you're feeling it in the right place. I got a tip so good, you're gonna wanna slap your mama. All right, hamstring hack using the hamstring curl to make it a little bit better. Now this one's a real tough one, real tough one. Step one, flex your toes. By doing this, you're creating a stretch in your calves, which will also pull on your hamstrings. So you're getting a really good stretch, which just makes the contraction that much better. There's no step two. Just start doing the reps from there. Now you're probably wondering, like, what's the difference between Romanian deadlifts and stiff leg deadlifts? Straight leg, stiff leg, whatever you want to call it. Biggest thing is obviously they're both going to work hamstrings and glutes. Stiff leg, SLDL, is going to work hamstrings a little bit more. RDL is more about decreasing that hip again. So with an RDL, you'll have a slight bend, and then you want to drive those hips far as back as you can, so you're decreasing that angle to get your butt back. And in doing that, you have a little bit more knee bend. Stiff leg deadlifts, you're going to have a slight knee bend. You are still going to bring your butt back, but that's not going to be the main focus. You'll bring your butt back, but it's about lowering down. You'll probably be able to go a lot further. RDLs, another great tip is RDLs, the weights like really basically right next to your leg. Stiff leg deadlifts, I'm not focused on going back as much as I am going down and getting more of a stretch through my hamstring. So you'll come slightly back, but it's more about coming down. And usually if I'm holding dumbbells or a barbell, I kind of have the weight right about where my toes are. RDLs, the weight's kind of back by my ankle. Big key here. So we are doing this hamstring. We got some glute stuff at the end. And again, we're doing an all-encompassing day. Yeah. That's all I have to say. Why be straight when you could be sideways? All right, so this is just a variation of a single leg press, which you could do this way, but if I want to target my hamstrings and glutes, you can go sideways. So position yourself sideways. I'm going to extend my leg out, and I like to flare my toe up, and then as you come down, I just kind of let that leg go. But as I press, I'm pressing through my glutes and hamstrings, and it really that outer glute. I've seen people say this is a dumb exercise, and I don't think it's dumb. I think it's kind of great. You can feel free to add this in on glute and ham day. 3 tips for the leg press. Tip 1, quit lifting with your ego and take some weight off. Lighten up the load so that you're getting full range of motion. A lot of times I see people stack on so many plates and they're just doing half reps. We wouldn't count a half rep squat. We don't want to see that, so why would you count a half rep leg press? Lighten up the load and get full range of motion. Tip 2, foot placement. If you're looking to hit more quads, your feet are going to be lower on the platform, closer together, and let your knees come out to the sides. This is going to create more emphasis on the quadriceps. If you're looking for hamstring and glute, feet are going to be up higher, a little bit wider, so that you're pushing from the posterior part of your leg. If you want a little bit of both, or you can't decide, put your feet in the middle. Tip number 3, don't lock your knees out on each rep. You actually want to keep them slightly bent so it keeps tension on your legs completely. When you lock out, you lose tension.